What is the difference when you're connected in with your intuition, when you're in the flow, when things are coming together versus when you're pushing, making, having to force things to make it happen? What is the difference in there and how does it feel differently in your body? Today we're going to play with and explore this feeling within ourselves and then see what is the difference in those and how can we become more aware of this to then be able to connect within and fine tune that knowing within ourselves. So thank you for joining me. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And currently, if you look in the dialog box below, I have a mini course that you can snag up that helps you go from this place of making things happen and living in a place where we've kind of been conditioned into this to then starting to listen more within. And as you listen more within, you start to connect more with your purpose, more with the things that light you up and really bring you joy. So again, do check that out. That's in the dialog box below, and it is that journey back into your inner knowing. So I wanted to explore this idea of when we're in our intuition, when we're in flow versus when we're pushing, making, forcing things to happen. And for myself, I talked about in the previous video that I would often work crazy hours when I was working on different films, and at the end we would do crunch time where it's like we have deadlines we have to make and we have to get all this work done, and each night we would need to get to a certain point so that overnight we could actually render the frames and have everything by the next morning to show. So there was often this push in the evenings of like, okay, I got to stay later so I can get these things in so that it can be there for the next morning. So there was always this like pressure of keep going, keep pushing. I got to make this happen and get it done. So let's play with that. If you have in yourself this place where you have been, where you're like, I have to keep working, I have to keep pushing, I need to get these things done. Think of that time and feel into it, like really start to feel into it. And what were the stories or things that were going on in your head? For example, of like if you're working late into the evening, you're like, I just want to get one more thing done, just one more thing so that I can have this for tomorrow, or whatever your case is. But like pushing a little bit more and like, oh, I need to get this done so I can have this thing and I need it by this deadline. And I'm already feeling in my body like pressures and constraints. And I'm noticing that there's the word for me of need. I need to get this done, need to do that thing, have to, like there's these things that, again, it's like we're pushing, forcing, making, having to get these things done. But noticing that in your body of, I need to make these deadlines, I need to get these things done, and just seeing how your body feels in that place. Like there's more stress on me, more anxiety, more feeling worked up in me. And again, this feeling of I feel my chest getting tighter and more constrained. So shake that off. And then think about, for my case, what I often then would do is I would go home because I knew in the morning I could actually get it done. So I often would be like, here's my cutoff time. If I don't have these things in by this time, that's it. I'm going home anyway, and I'll do it in the morning. So with me then being able to go and do that in the morning, I always, like, I can't think of a time when I didn't actually get it done the next morning. But then feeling into this, like the next morning I come in, I'm refreshed, I'm not as exhausted and worn out, and I just have the list that I need to tick off. Like, okay, here's the things I need to go in and adjust. And I don't have that same pressure of I need to get this in, I need to do this, I still need those things, but I don't have the same pressure or constraints on it. And things maybe over the night or that morning are now I'm fresh and it's like, oh, I got an idea of how to do this thing or how to do these tasks and make the adjustments that I need to make. So noticing that there's more ease behind this, noticing that, okay, I still have this list of things I need to get through, but now ideas are coming easier to me, things are flowing a little bit easier. Like, notice your body in this place. Like, I feel pretty just neutral, like, okay, yeah, things are fine, like, okay, I'm checking off my list, things are getting done. I don't feel near that amount of pressure of have to make it happen and the constraints or the pressure I was putting on myself. Where here, it's like, okay, I'll get through the list, I'll do the things. Yeah, I feel pretty okay in my body. So now, if we even go to another level where you are really truly in the flow, like things are coming to you and you're just creating in the flow, like really able to get connected to yourself, be in ease in this, and things start just coming together. And you're enjoying what you're creating, these different ideas and things you need to adjust and or like I'm thinking of creating an image and I need to adjust this color here and a couple of things over in this area. And it's just coming together with fun and ease and joy in it. Now feel how your body feels. Just noticing here, like I felt a little bit of an uplift and like a lightness in it. So for me, it's, going from that place where I was like, I have to make this happen and push and force it into place where I had such constraints and tightness on my body to this here where it's like more openness, more expansiveness. So breathing again and just having a play with this, because as you notice these things in your body, you then can become aware of, oh, this is signaling me that this is actually the place that I'm in right now. But also, like in the video I talked about previously, I was saying that I was creating this online course and every single step of the way was like, I'm pushing and forcing and making this happen and it's gonna happen and okay, I'll get it there. And it really was like just such a slog of like, okay, I'm gonna get it there. But that's when I saw this pattern in myself of like, oh, I'm forcing this to happen. I'm making it. And this isn't fun. And then that's when I was able to step back and go, okay, what is fun? What is more easeful in this? And that's when I did find another website which was 10 times easier to figure out and get done. And I ended up going over there and setting everything up in a couple days, which previously had been like 2 weeks of me going, I'm gonna make this and force it into place. But it took me becoming aware of this in myself, of forcing and making things happen, to be able to shift and go, this isn't really what I want to be doing. So, what is it that I want to be doing? And I want to be creating and doing things from a place of more flow, more enjoyment, more ease with it. So I would be curious to put in the comments below if you've been in any of these kind of situations where you feel like you're forcing and making things happen, to where you've been in flow and listening to that inner guidance. Like, do share. And have you become aware then of how your body is? Like, how does it feel in those situations? So thank you again, guys, for joining me. And if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. And thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.